4 hours of sleep is not enough for anybody that thinks they can do that. I'm doing it. It's not enough, but I just trying to make things work. Got a whole lot of things to go through, but I got free time. I'm running out of some other time with other people. I want to make sure that I can get something done and be productive and provide some information. So hello, it is Golden Gaming here. I know I look nothing like my profile, and I seriously need to take the time to write an intro. Sooner or later, that'll get done. I'm kind of mad at myself. No. I did write it down. Cool. I was about to be mad at myself because I have my notebook this time so I could actually provide some actual facts instead of doing what I did, just going off my dome and just giving. I'm gonna redo the NFC South. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna redo them. So I guess here is the true beginning of what are the chances every team makes the playoffs. Me giving you the hot takes and saying what I think is gonna happen, whether I'm right or wrong, and you're gonna listen to me. You're gonna come back. You're gonna tell me whether I'm right or wrong, and yeah. But full disclosure, and I'm gonna look at the camera for this one, babe. To your parents and you, I am not doing this because of where y'all are from and because y'all are Lions fans. I'm not trying to earn the brownie points. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just providing some information and what I think is going to happen. Got that out the way because my girlfriend's family is Lions fans. And they might actually, feel some kind of way about this video and think that I'm just try to get in more good gracious than where I'm at, which I got to put a lot of work there. But okay. So last year, Detroit Lions, they finished with a 9-8 record. They went positive for the first time in a long time. And they were just short of the playoffs because they needed who? They needed the Seahawks and the Giants to lose, both of whom won. And the Giants went in the playoffs. And if I'm correct, they beat the Vikings, which the Vikings losing was just, they're frauds. And they got rid of some people that they probably shouldn't have, but they kind of had to. So that actually will change some things up. But with the Lions draft class, their first two picks being Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama and Jack Campbell out of Iowa, running back and linebacker to start it off. I mean, as the Lions, you got rid of Jamal Williams. You traded away DeAndre Swift. In a good way that makes it better for him and the team in a way. I know they traded DeAndre Swift to the Eagles, but I feel like they're low-key breaking that curse of keeping their players when they don't want to be there and they know they're going to end up getting replaced sooner or later. What they did. I can't say replaced with Barry and Megatron, but they kept them there for so long to the point where those guys just retired and never got anything ring-wise or playoff wins like that. But giving DeAndre Swift to the Eagles, when I heard he grew up around that area, goes to that team, he gets to be in his hometown. That's great on the Lions. Nobody can fault them for that. That's a really good thing for them. So you have Jahmyr Gibbs in the first round, which kind of surprised everybody, and you signed David Montgomery. I mean, I think I don't need to be on that team yet. I think David Montgomery is going to go for what Jamal Williams was last year, and Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be the do-it-all DeAndre Swift. Even though he's only 199, it says 199, I'm pretty sure he's going to put on a little bit of weight, probably get up to 205, 210, be able to run through some things, get a little bit stronger. You got to play the NFL game. Running backs, 5'9", 5'8", usually they weigh, the ones that are bruisers end up weighing a lot more. But you can see he's going to break some tackles. He's going to get through. He's going to find the small holes and get there. So in terms of their running back duo, you got and running back in general, Craig Williams and Jamar Jefferson. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. This guy right here should be the ultimate do-it-all with that kind of name. But back on to our important stuff. I can't say I've always thought as a fullback as important, but hey, teams are still using them. They're still making it work. and I know I'm jumping back and forth because I want to hit these rookies. Sam Laporta coming out of Iowa. I mean, that's two Iowa players. I see Laporta and Campbell going at it back and forth to in practice to make each other better. I just see like that's really gonna work out for them. Can't wait to see how that goes out. But trading away T.J. Hawkinson to the Vikings, which I scratched my head at when it happened in the season, but hey, take it, roll with it, keep it going. The Lions are building something really good here. I think that, like I said, they're building something really good. They're going to do something that no one expects, which I'll get to a little bit later. They grabbed, I know I'm skipping around, I'm going by their draft pick. They grabbed Hendon Hooker in the, third round at 68. If this whole thing doesn't work out with Jared Goff, and I mean like he doesn't ball out, or let's say, they just finally get to the point where they're like, we're going to let you go. We're going to you can go find out where you want to go. Hendon Hooker hopefully will be more than ready by that point. Like, I don't know how many more years he's supposed to have on his contract. Actually, yeah. Going into, because 2023 now, he's due $30 million and $31 million. So he's on his last 2 years, if this is completely accurate. He's on the last 2 years of that contract. So maybe they work in Hendon Hooker. Maybe he sits for a year and they see what happens with Jared Goff. Being a former number 1 overall pick, he's had a lot of hype to live up to. And it's really going to depend. Like, if Jared Goff has this great year, I think that they'll be just fine. But if not, Hendon Hooker comes in, like that's really going to tank it. So everything that I'm saying is get off of that. Jesus Christ. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, that Packers video is going to be real fun. We will, we'll get to that later. I would say it's going to depend a whole lot on quarterback play, but with the system they're building, they might be able to just roll away with Hendon Hooker. Like, if they're not winning games by like week 5, if they're not like really winning, I could see them giving Hendon Hooker the start, but I think they're going to be winning quite a few games. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jamison Williams finally was able to get some snaps towards the end of the season last year. That's going to be a great wide receiver duo, and you still have Marvin Jones in here. Josh Reynolds could do a little stuff in the slot. I know he's 6'3", but I would just let him go in the slot. Khalif Raymond, Quintez Cephas. Like, they have the tools to get it done. It's just a matter of how this coaching staff is going to use these guys. They've already shown that they are very, very gritty and will do whatever it's going to take to go get this dub. They're not afraid to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. They're not afraid to go for onside kicks. They're not afraid to do anything. And I think Jamison Williams probably has a breakout year, really and truly coming in. Technically, this should be his rookie season because of how much he missed last year. Just like his former teammate and John Mechie for the Texans missed last year, and now they both get to come back. We're going to see them ball out. The offensive line, you got Taylor Decker, Jonah Jackson. No, doesn't look like anybody's really going to compete for the left guard spot. Really and truly, I forgot I had a 2:30 alarm. It doesn't look like anybody's going to compete for that left guard spot. Now, again, things change on the daily. These are not updated daily. It's more of a weekly thing. But Graham Glasgow looks like he's slated to be the starter, and Penei Sewell, who, if I'm correct, does he have 2 brothers that are in the NFL? That I miss it? Like 2 brothers that played linebacker? I feel like he does, and I could be wrong, but I do feel like he does. They got Colby Sorsdale, who's 6'5", 315. Now, hear me out. I don't watch a lot of college. I kind of just like roll with it as they get into the NFL. I don't like to play the whole rating game, but if things come down to it, he probably could be a swing tackle. He probably could be slid into the interior to play some guard. But being a rookie, drafted in the 5th round, still gonna have to earn the spot. He can actually, I think he'll actually earn over Jermaine Ifedi, if anything. Not even for great play, but just because he's younger, maybe a little more raw, they can actually develop that pretty well. I mean, offensively, they're going to do what they did last year. They're going to run this ball, play action it, and I could see is Jamison Williams would be this team's leading receiver, mainly just because of his speed, and rack ability. But other than that, it'd probably be Sam Laporte if he can continue, if he can like get his hands on the ball, catch it, and just keep moving. He'll be his team's leading receiver. I feel like Jared Goff is going to end up hitting the tight end a lot more. He's going to end up hitting Jahmyr Gibbs because back when Jared Goff was with the Rams, I thought he was hitting Higbee and Everett quite a bit. And when he had that stellar year, he was hitting a lot of it. Was like everything was built around Todd Gurley. And I feel like they literally could be building around these running backs and around the tight end, and then you just have two great receivers. Well, one great, and we still got to see what all Jameson Williams can do. He did show off that speed, but, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the better of the two St. Brown brothers, don't at me. But offensively, I think they're going to be one that's going to control the ball and just they're going to make you hurt as you play this game against them, and they have no problem doing that. On the defensive side, former, number 3 overall pick, Aiden Hutchinson, had a great rookie year. No complaints about that. He should be due for an even better sophomore campaign. Got Romeo Okora, Julian Okora, the two brothers over here. Hopefully they can continue to develop on this team. John Kaminsky, who, if I'm correct, he's probably going to play. I think he's more of like their 4-3, 3-4. He's 285. It's kind of like a hybrid, what Atlanta was trying to do with him. So maybe they can get that done over here. I think that's what Dan Campbell's really shooting for. Aleem McNeil, a good run stopper in the middle, along with Levi Owuzarike. Hey, I don't think I messed that one up. I think I'm good. By the way, let me know if I'm messing this up or if I'm completely wrong about your team. Let me know if they're slated to go either 0-16 or 0-17, or they're going 17-0 and winning it all. Don't be afraid to say something. When it comes to their interior, I mean, like they still can be running like 4-3, 3-4. So it's gonna look like some players are out of place. They can run everything, but with Broderick Martin, I feel like he's going to actually get a good amount of play time. And do not be surprised, and this is bold. Coming out of the third round, 96 overall pick, don't be surprised if he is starting, if not the number 2 D tackle by the end of the year. And yeah, that's a little bit of ratings play, but don't be surprised. Like you draft somebody, like you draft a DT, you're expecting them as what looks to be a run stopper at 6'5", 337. I at least expect him to be on the field a bit, and they're going to develop him pretty well and get some pass rush out of there. I mean, looking at it, I believe in Dan Campbell. I believe in coming over there and biting the kneecaps off everybody. I think they can do it. I really do think that the defense will be something special that no one is truly, truly ready for. And I think this is probably going to be my boldest take out of, well, hang on. I'll save the bold take for after I finish this. D-line wise, Aiden Hutchinson is like the forefront of this defensive line of like the front 4, front 5 area. That's going to be asking the other guys to step it up a bit. I really want to see Martin start by the end of the year, if not earlier. I really want to see that. And I want to see what happens between the Okoras. I really want to see this defensive line continue to eat and get back to when they had Nick Farley and the Ndamukong Suh type years where they were just eating everything in the middle. There's just no Aaron Rodgers this time, so I think the Lions have a better chance of going out there and winning it all. Linebacking core, Derek Barnes. Now again, could be 3-4, 4-3, with the way things go. But Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Anthony Pittman. That forms the linebacking core. Now, hoping with Jack Campbell coming in here, that's going to fix a few of the problems they had. They didn't have the best linebacker play last year, and hopefully he can come in here, fix quite a bit of that. Great run stopper, competent in coverage. Hopefully he can just come in, not necessarily day one and just be everything, but in their division with the amount of running that has gone on, Packers are going to end up running the ball quite a bit. Vikings might still pass it. Who am I missing? The Bears, they ran a whole lot, even with the QB. So, I mean, why not go get you a run stopper that can get sideline to sideline? Maybe he can become a 3-down backer and be just fine in this system. I feel like they're not going to leave him in positions that's going to put him, out there to dry. Like that, they're not going to just screw him. They're going to try. And if he's a problem in coverage on the early downs, they're going to try and do stuff that's going to hide him. They might blitz him. They might sit him near the line of scrimmage and then ask one of the other backers to really just pick it up. But if anything, he should come in immediately, like with his ability to stop the run. That should be able to help out everybody else. He should be able to get in there, thump, and free these other guys up and make sure that they stay a little bit clean. Also asking that D-line do the same thing. Keep the linebackers clean, and your defense will be fine. But Cameron Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley, Will Harris, I have no problem with this cornerback room. Past the top 3 over here, though, I mean, there are some questions because they did they did trade away Jeff Okudah to my Falcons, yeah, and hopefully he pans out there. But they did trade him away. So we're asking guys to develop. We're asking guys to develop, and they might make like one more signing later on at corner to try and help out. Like they might bring another veteran in here just to see if they can see what kind of play they can get. Like on their defense, corner is probably, I'm not gonna say their weakest, but it's really, really thin. And the only reason why I don't get out of linebacker is because in a 3-4 or 4-3, it really, like your scheme can change. Like especially if you're running like if you're running a hybrid, your scheme changes like that. It's constantly changing. You ain't got to worry about too much, and they can have a healthy rotation between their 6 to 8 guys that they have. And I'm including edge rushers a little bit as their linebackers just because of what they can do. Like if you can play edge, you can play linebacker. Like you can play anything on a defense if you're athletic enough. Having played defense, I believe it. Tracy Walker, Carl Joseph, and Kirby Joseph. Good safeties right there. Strong safety. They really got C.J. Gardner-Johnson? Did I miss that? Oh, this team's set. You have safety, no problem now. That makes a cornerback room not look as bad when you have those two when you have 3 safeties that look like they're in all right shape. Maybe 4 with Brian Branch, depending on if he's going to play safety or corner. I mean, I've seen safety, I've seen corner. He might slide into the nickel. That changes a lot. I think they're set. Still got Brady Breeze, C.J. Moore. I'm not going to say his name because I know I'm going to mess it up and I don't want to. Yeah. I'm tired. I just woke up. I'm gonna use that excuse on this one. Riley Patterson, Michael Bagley, and Jack Fox. So this Lions team, where do I have them slated on how they're gonna finish the season? Well, and hear me out here because this is a bold, and I mean, this is bold as hell, and this is in a perfect world. This will work, okay? Week 1, Kansas City. In Kansas City. I don't want to just hand them an L, but I don't see them getting past this game. If they do get past it, that just makes them look real good coming out the gates, and I think that gives them probably like lead of the division, especially after beating the Super Bowl champions if they do that. But I got them losing to Kansas City. I then have them on a 3-game win streak in weeks 2 through 4 against like all home games against Seattle, Atlanta, and Carolina. I feel like Seattle and Atlanta might get into some trouble. I don't know about Carolina, but I do have them winning these 3 games. Again, bold take. I'm going to stick by it, and if and when I'm wrong, I'll make a video explaining my takes and being like why I was wrong, which content, right? At Green Bay. Before I say this, I had a Lions fan at work, saw what I was writing down. He was asking questions and was telling me I was wrong, and I was like, I'm going to stick by it. I'm still going to make this video. But I have them losing to Green Bay in Green Bay, even though Green Bay don't got a quarterback right now. And that's mainly just because of culture, stadium, all that stuff. The home field advantage, I think they're still going to work there. I got them beating Tampa Bay at home, and I have them losing to Baltimore at home. Now, the game against Baltimore is like the only game where I'm thinking they really will lose it at home. And it's not even like the most confident of I'm not that confident in Baltimore just walking in and being like, yes, we're going to win this game. It's really a, wow, they're going to have to kick a 60-some yard field goal to win this game like they did before. But a win against Las Vegas. Chargers can be a win or a loss. Only because it's SoFi Stadium, you literally can, as the away team, you can literally turn that into home field advantage. You know, people were doing that against the Rams, to the point where they were trying to keep different fans from coming out there so they could have some kind of home field advantage because they knew the Rams needed it. Versus Chicago at home and versus Green Bay, that's 2 more dubs. At New Orleans, that's an L. I'm going to say they lose in New Orleans against Derek Carr and that team. I feel like they're going to walk into Chicago. They'll beat Chicago twice this year. They're playing against Denver at home. Could be a win or a loss. Like the win or loss games, and it's only 2 of them, is the ones that I'm just not sure about. And I'm only not sure because I really don't, I'm not confident to say, hey, they're going to win or lose this game. Is Sean Payton going to have Russell Wilson playing a whole lot better than he played last time? Is Russell Wilson not going to screw up whatever Sean Payton has planned? Is the Broncos team going to be good? I mean, I'll get to that little dive when I get to the AFC, but, we'll see what happens when we get there. At Minnesota, I have them losing just because, I don't think, they're going to win every divisional game. I had them split with the Packers, and I have them split Minnesota. Chicago is the only one where I think they're just going to walk in, dog them twice, and be on their way. And even then, it's going to be a dog fight. But at home in Detroit, yeah, I think they dog Chicago. But in Chicago, I think they come out with like a 7-10 point win. Now at Dallas, the game I want to go to, because it's actually close. It's close enough that I can make it up there, and I'm gonna start looking at tickets because girlfriend's dad offered that we should go to a Lions game. I said I would go to one, so I'm probably going to try and hit up this Dallas game. I also get to watch Dallas play. Why not? I got them losing to Dallas. The Cowboys are more of a complete team. I think they take that. And then I have them winning against Minnesota. That puts them... Oh, wow, it's been almost half an hour. That's crazy. That puts them 9-8 again to 11-6. I mean, the ceiling, the floor is not that low for this. Is not low for this team. The coaching, the culture, it's really changing, and so I think that's where they're going to really change some things. And even bolder take on this, not even just them having 9 to 11 wins. They win a division. I don't know why I struggle to say that, but I think they win a division. The Vikings either come up a game short or they straight up implode. The Bears are the Bears are not really, like, they're still building. And then the Packers, unless their defense is doing what the 2000 Ravens defense did or the Miami Hurricanes defense did back in those days where they were scoring everything 40 offense and then some. I don't see the Packers putting too much, and I'll get to them in the next video. But I got the Lions winning this division. Not a first round bye. I'm not going to give them that. I don't see them beating every like being one of the top team in the NFC. That itself would be a shocker to me. But I'll give them 9 to 11 wins. I do think the Lions have something special here, and that they are getting ready to start running the NFC North, and their only competition is about to be the Bears when they finally get up. And I only say that because the Vikings are starting to get rid of some pieces and haven't really seen them start to rebuild. We're starting to see it with the money and all that stuff come along. They're starting to have to give some people away. Some people don't want to be there. I mean, you just had a great... I don't even want to call that great because the way it ended was just... I mean, regular season, record-wise, was good, but the way it ended was definitely something else. And that's not something they can really afford right now, especially with that team, the way it was. That roster, people looking at it, didn't have them even slated to win, like, that many games, let alone the division, let alone go into the playoffs like they did. They did win the division, right? Yeah, they did, because that was Aaron Rodgers' final season, and y'all beat the Packers twice. And the only reason that's where he was saying I was wrong, because I said split in Green Bay, and he said, nah, we're beating Green Bay twice. That still gives you 9 to 11-ish, maybe 12 wins. If they win 12 games, they're still not going to take the entire NFC, because you still have the Eagles there. You still have the Cowboys there. You have the NFC South that might do something with 1 or 2 teams. The 49ers are still good. The Seahawks are coming up. Who am I missing? I did the East, the South, the West. Yeah. Like you have those teams that are still either really good or they're coming up to be really good. So, I mean, I guess over under 10 wins. Like, they got something special here. 3 game, like if they can get that 3 games, those 3 home games to start their season off, then they can. I'm not gonna say they can coast, but they definitely will be in a better position, because they might walk into Green Bay and get that dub, and then have a win against Tampa, and that puts them at like 5-1, 4-1, 5-1. If they lose to Baltimore, then they walk in against Las Vegas. They get that dub. I don't believe in Jimmy Garoppolo or the Raiders right now. Like, I still see the Chiefs see the Chiefs dog walking that division, and then the Chargers are close behind them. I'm not even going to give the Broncos that chance. Chiefs are dog walking that division. And the Lions can play their cards right, they're going to dog walk this division. Like, the North is about to have to go through Detroit. About to have to go through the Kings in order to make it. And it's with the way they're building this team, it's about to be real scary. No one in the division is going to be able to stop them soon enough. And to my good friend who's a Packers fan, shut up. This video ain't about you. You'll get the next one. And you'll hate me even more for it. But my name is Golden Mike Gaming. I'm about to be out of here. I guess I'll make a Twitter and all that for this. I'll make the socials, and I'll put them somewhere down below, something like that. Trying to get this blown up as we get ready for the new season to start and for Madden to come out. I still got to choose what team I'm going to use. So, again, socials will be down in the one link, maybe more down below. But I'm just waking up again. I got to get up. I got to shower. I got to go to work. Because I used up all my free time that I still had. I mean, I got 10 minutes, but I used 9 minutes. It just changed. But I used up all my free time to get this done. So, Probably tomorrow I'll edit this and get it out there. That's how the next ones can come out. Because I think the next video that's coming out is, I want to say, Wednesday is when the videos will start coming. It'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be my format, just to have them come out. So between this, school, and work, I'll do my best to get the videos out there for y'all. But the next video will be, oh Lord, the next video will be Chicago Bears. So I do hope to see you around on that one. Can't wait to get this entire thing going. I still gotta make I still gotta make the rest of the division and 6 others. So when the time comes, I will see y'all around. Can't wait to see you.